It turns out Tone was in the degenerative hearing loss, not the hands.
9 out of 10 professional guitarists would agree, just as soon as they put their hearing aids in. But that's what guitar players are best at! However, awesome cheap guitars. Morning, everybody. It should be Friday, May the 10th by the time this episode goes live, and I should be getting close to wrapping up my round the world tour. Like, wow. I'm sure it's been an absolutely amazing trip. I hope I survived the whole thing. Anyway, hopefully I'll have met a number of you guys as well. I think I'm flying home this day. I should be anyway. So yes, by the time this episode goes live, I'm probably on a plane back to Canada from Germany. At least that's the plan. Anyway, thanks for everybody for sticking with me for this whole time. Beginning of April has been crunch time. Just trying to get all this content done to keep you guys enthused and entertained while I'm going to chart new territory, as it were. Okay, so pop culture references for the week. I just picked this up. I saw this on Amazon the other day. This is bad news. This is the Every Steak Imaginable, the complete Frilly Pink years, 1987 to 88. This is their first couple albums. The first record they did was actually produced by Brian May, of all people. Pretty wild stuff. He even does a guest solo on one of the tracks. And it's got such bad news classics as Hey Hey Bad News, Warriors of Genghis Khan, the absolute best cover of Bohemian Rhapsody I've ever heard in my entire life, Master Bike, and Drink Till I Die. Not to mention the all-important and metal classic Cashing In on Christmas. Really great stuff. I don't know if this has all the skits on it or not. I hope it does. Fingers crossed. I haven't had a chance to listen to it yet, but yeah, you know, we get the big gatefold and stuff. Pretty cool stuff. Now, other pop culture reference. I'm actually going to probably finish watching this with the wife tonight, and that is Three Body Problem. I don't know if you guys have seen that or not, but I really enjoyed the hell out of that. Damn good story. I can see why the books were so popular. Pretty original thinking. But if you've been paying attention, if you've been paying close attention, Vim Fuego from Bad News is actually in Three Body Problem. So my question to you guys is, what role was Vim Fuego playing in Three Body Problem? Leave a comment below. I want to hear from you guys. Off to your comments and questions now.
If only a select few experts can hear the difference between amps, then you're spending a lot of money to please a very small audience.
But that's what guitar players are best at, playing with and pleasing very small things.
Meanwhile, this channel shields for cheap garbage guitars and say they're amazing.
I will always call it the amazing cheap guitars there, Chris Puckett. Sorry you have to fucking lower yourself for us mere subhumans to comment on this channel. However, awesome cheap guitars. Schecter Demon, $4.99. This guitar is fucking stellar. If you're in the market for something awesome and affordable, get one of these first. Absolutely incredible. And this particular favorite, the old Harley Benton, don't call it an SG because we don't want a lawsuit guitar. What, $297 US when this came out? This is the Goto series. Absolutely phenomenal guitar. Why you wouldn't want one of these? What are you afraid of? What are you compensating for? That's the big question. Excuse me, small question we all want to know. And of course, there was that S by Solar V I reviewed a couple months back. I actually gave that away to a fan. Phenomenal guitar. You can get some absolutely great guitars for not a whole lot of money. So hey, Chris, here's some helpful advice. Don't be such a fucking snob!
Why can't the Canadians produce out correctly?
For the exact same reason Americans can't keep their school children safe. Culture.
I don't know, Glenn. We just had a guitar hangout. 6 to 8 guitar players in a room. The consensus was pickups might absolutely make the difference. Now, it might be 2 to 3% overall, but it seems to unleash the player. Performance is everything, and anything that gains an edge on improving performance, we all agree is worth it.
Well, lots of people thought we couldn't fly and also thought that spreading shit onto a wound would help it heal better. Just because a lot of people agree on something doesn't make it correct. Besides, why should a pickup hold you back? As a guitar player, I thought you guys were just automatically awesome. Here's an idea. Play as good as you think you are. Oh, the pickup's holding me back. Bullshit. Practice more. Hey guys, real quick, this episode's brought to you by 70,000 Tons of Metal, the world's biggest and best heavy metal cruise. Now, if you're into metal and you want to get over the mid-winter blahs, get yourself some sun and have the most fun you're ever going to have with your clothes on, this is the event to be part of. From January 30th to February 3rd, 2025, 70,000 Tons of Metal is going to sail from Miami to Ocho Rios, Jamaica, with non-stop metal playing the whole time. Now, I've been doing this since 2019, and it's a blast. There is just so much to do. You can see as many shows as you like. Sit in the sun, do an excursion, work out in the gym. Hell, just sit in a hot tub if you like. And there's all kinds of special events as well. Meet and greets with the artists, musician workshops, all-night metal karaoke, and of course, the belly flop contest. The food's great, the music's great, and most importantly, the people are amazing. This year, there were over 60 bands, including Blind Guardian, Angra, Cataclysm, The Halo Effect, and even Tigers of Pantang for old bastards like me. This is the metal event of the year, and I can't wait to do it again in 2025. You can check it out at 70000tons.com, and I hope to see you on board next year.
The White House exploding is in poor taste. Criticizing Boeing, the greatest aircraft manufacturer the world has ever seen, is also 30 feet off base.
Wow, did you ever drink the corporate Kool-Aid? Criticizing Boeing isn't allowed. Even though they've had a myriad of safety problems, they had to ground the 777 MAXs because of those safety problems, and now they've got the side doors blowing off in the sky. Oh, but criticizing them? That's too much! Oh yeah, right, I guess it is. After all, the guy who was gonna go testify against them wound up dead. But it was a suicide. Yeah, nothing fishy about that. Not at all. Maybe I better watch my step.
Have you guys ever considered doing a parts build from companies like Warmouth or USA Custom? I'm sure there are other ones too. You can purchase what you want for parts and take everything to a local luthier that will usually do the assembly pretty cheap. Usually end up with a pretty good instrument for not a lot of money. Just an idea for a future episode.
Hey Bobby, that's a great suggestion. So I actually checked out the Warmouth site, and just the body alone that I would want would be like $500. That doesn't include a neck or pickups or any electronics or assembly. So I think Warmouth is out. If anybody has some suggestions for maybe some cheaper suppliers for quote unquote made in the USA, because apparently that's the only way we're going to get an affordable made in the USA guitar is if we do the some assembly required route.
At best, American built guitars are luxury items. Heritage is a luxury builder. Gibson is a dumpster fire.
I actually got to play some Heritage guitars at Gear Street there. I think it was 2021 they were there, and they had some single cut Les Paul style guitars. Phenomenal stuff, actually. And those are all built in the original Gibson factory in Kalamazoo, Michigan. See, Gibson had the great idea to move their operations down to Tennessee, where the labor laws aren't quite as strict and they can get away with a lot more bullshit, and they're very anti-union there, so they don't have to pay their people as much. So the whole thing's worked out great so far because they pay their people less money and make shittier guitars and still charge the same amount of money to you, the consumer. It's great for everybody, especially if you're a shareholder.
The guitar press has always been based on we tell you what to get so that you don't have to think further on how to pay model. Due to the limited budget for traditional style magazines, they are being transformed into an oppressive, fundamentalist style church structure that removes choice rather than a decent informative forum. Go Glenn.
Of course, you're referencing the video I did a few weeks back there called Why Guitar World Magazine is Completely Full of Shit. Yes, I was taking apart one of their pickup reviews that made a lot of bold claims with absolutely zero evidence. Here's the thing, they're still writing Guitar World like it was 1990. It's like the world has fucking moved on, guys. You're an online publication, which means you can link to images, you can link to tests, you can link to audio files, you can do the tests and show exactly what the guitar player is getting for the money. What's the problem? Why can't you do that? Is that too much effort? Is that it? You just want to do lazy writing?
Oh, it's magical top.
Fuck off with that shit. We've moved past that, we've grown past that, and we want better from our guitar publications. At least I do. I don't know about you guys. Let me know. Because who knows, if we get enough comments that say, hey, Guitar World, step up your game, maybe I can make some screenshots and send them to them, and maybe they'll actually fucking listen to the people that they're trying to help. Stranger things have happened.
I don't know, Glenn. I've talked to that Shed guy. He's a fucking PAF guru. He has a crazy waiting list and has went through extensive research. Rather than trash the guy's pickups that you've never heard, maybe go talk to him. I bet you can provide any technical data you want. I think you're out of line on this one.
Hey, Warren, maybe try watching the fucking video! I literally said, I do not have a problem with Shed pickups. He's free to make whatever pickups he wants and charge whatever he wants. That's absolutely fine. And you know what? If he's got the technical data, even better. My problem was with Guitar World Magazine for making fucking bold claims and not providing anything to back up those claims. That was the issue. Warren, put down the fog and fucking pay attention. God, you guys wonder why I yell about musicians so much. Fucking Exhibit A, Warren. Ugh.
That pickup review reminds me of Robin Williams making fun of professional wine tasters. Absurd, yet flaccid.
Hey man, thanks so much for sharing that. I was having a good laugh with my buddy Dave Velez. You guys have seen him on the show numerous times. He's a drummer, and he says he's a big complaint with a lot of drum reviews is they all say the exact same thing. They sound punchy, yet warm. I swear, I'm gonna put that on a fucking t-shirt. Reviewers suck. You guys need to do better than punchy yet warm. Oh, it sounds magical. Like, fuck's sakes, guys, it's the 21st fucking century. We can measure shit. This is not difficult. Everybody's got a fucking computer. Everybody can record. This isn't fucking too much to ask for. Step up your game.
There's two things I want from any piece of gear: warmth and clarity.
What about punch?
Should the superior craftsmanship of American minimum wage assembly line workers and the exquisite tone woods used with Gibson products overshadow any possible qualities on a stock pickup might have and still make it sound pristine and heavenly? How come the authors of superior United States of America made bleeding red, white, and blue professional grade ultra high quality instrument can sound dull and unexpressive under any circumstance?
Yeah, that's a damn good question. Of course, you're referencing the Guitar World review on the Shed pickups, which brought his magical Les Paul to life once he put the new pickups in, because apparently the ones that shipped on that guitar, or the ones he had in there, were crap. Just don't bother asking for any A-B comparisons showing us the difference, because apparently that's crossing the line.
You can't test tone by changing different hands that way. You gotta play something unique to you. Will it be a very difficult tie test?
Wow, you know you won an argument when, oh, you're doing the test wrong. Hold on a second here. The claim was the sound was in the hands. It's one of the earliest videos I did, and I referenced it there of what actually changes guitar tone. And one of the first tests I ever did on the show was to get 4 guitar players with the exact same guitar, exact same strings, pick everything, and play the same riff just to hear any tonal variances. You know what tonal variances we got? About that fucking much! Sounds in the hands, my ass. Here's the thing. When you do a test, you have to keep everything the same and only change one variable. We didn't change the riffs. We were trying to find out if the sound was in the hands. So we changed the player. Now, if we changed the player and had the player play something different, well, duh, of course it's gonna sound fucking different. That wasn't the test. We were trying to find out if the sound was in the hands, not if different riffs sound differently. Fuck! Man, I swear they gotta start handing out IQ tests to people when they get internet access. Fuck's sakes, life would be a lot simpler. Remember, guys, if you're ever considering opening a home studio, guys like that, guys like Elevated Levitator are gonna be the ones coming through your door and asking why you can't get the sound that they're envisioning in their heads. Have fun with that.
This is so on point, but most guitarists will go caring to argue otherwise.
And that's why we're 457 episodes into this series.
Fuck you, Glenn. Thanks for your constant efforts, brother, with major props on this crusade and why your guitar tone sucks in a mix video. It was life-changing.
So glad I could help.
Being from the Dominican Republic, the access to gear due to prices and availability is limited. My friends and I do our due diligence and be extra informed when taking what is for us a big investment. That or get guidance from a bunch of idiotic 80s stuck middle-aged rocker wannabes that still believe boiling bass strings as the way to get the best tone. We're inundated with either overpriced cheap shit dresses as magical too expensive gear for the average human, so knowing what stupid things to avoid and which ones actually invest in is extremely valuable in this type of context. You're doing Odin's service on Earth. Your single band EQ explanation on the pickups just clicked. Any doubts I may have had were officially killed. I've been subscribed to you for so many years, and it's great to see you improve, to share this nuggets of wisdom and grow. Keep it up, you gloriously haired, poutine-eating bastard.
Hey man, I was just actually in the Dominican. I went there with 70,000 tons of metal. We went to Puerto Plata for the day. Got to try some of the local cuisine. Wasn't half bad, man. Pretty cool place to stay. Wish I could have stayed longer, to be honest with you. It looked absolutely amazing there. Thanks so much for watching for so long, and yeah, thanks for letting me know that the show is doing you some good. Remember guys, trick is start with a great speaker. Don't worry about your fucking pickups so much. I can only imagine how difficult it is to get musical instruments into the country. I mean, I don't know what your import rates are, but I can't imagine it's very helpful. But that's why I like making recommendations for things like the Spectre Demon and the Harley Benton Double Cut, because I realize there's guitar players out there who might be in different parts of the world and haven't crawled up their own asses like Chris Puckett did when he's laughing about affordable guitars. It's like, fuck you, Chris, seriously. It's a bigger world than just your front yard. There's people all over the place with all different levels of income, and I'm trying to hit content that reaches those people as well as the snooty, well-to-do Americans. Remember, not everybody's as well off as you. So, to my friends in Dominican Republic, I say I am absolutely grateful I could be of service to you, and thank you so very much for watching. I'll try and help the best I can, and I can't wait to visit again. Thanks again for writing in, man. I really appreciate it.
Glad we all know that changing pickups doesn't do much, but I want to know your opinion on changing from passive to active.
Well, I did that pickup shootout there last year with 10 guitars, and we had actives, we had passives, we had all kinds of different scale lengths, and the guitar tone really didn't change much from guitar to guitar to guitar. So if you're playing metal, I wouldn't be looking for some kind of tonal advantage. That's for sure, just a clarity advantage. And by that, I mean noise rejection. I once had a horrible set of Jackson pickups in my Flying V that would just feedback like crazy, like they just sit there and vibrate in the cavity. We dropped in some EMGs and the problem went away. That is the time you want to upgrade your pickups. That and only that is the reason to upgrade. Otherwise, tell your friends, no, my pickups are fine. Shut the fuck up.
Glenn, please shut up with the yelling.
Yeah, fuck you, Neil.
I'm starting to believe that bass players aren't the stupid ones in the band after seeing how many guitar players buy into the pickup sound bullshit.
So am I. All right, everybody, that's it for another fun-filled episode of SMG Viewers Comments. I really got to come up with a better title for this, like maybe snappy answers to stupid comments or something like that. What do you guys think? Because SMG Viewers Comments just is not a good subtitle. I came up with that 10 years ago when I'm just kind of like, oh, I'll just put a title on it. And I realized, yeah, I need something a little bit more catchy. So if you guys got some suggestions what to call this series, I'm always open to suggestions. Leave a comment below. And as always, if you've got a question you'd like answered, leave it in the comments and I will try to get to it. I try to read every single one of your questions. And if I find it of any use, I'll try and answer it in comments, or I'll even do a dedicated episode on it if I think it can be of value to the community at large. But I would just want to say to all of you guys, thank you so very much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And if you haven't hit the subscribe button, like 600,000 of you guys usually don't each month, it doesn't cost anything to press the fucking button. So please do. It really would help the show out a great deal. All right, I'll see you guys next week. And until then, stay punchy yet warm, my friends. Audiences and other things. Get it? That was a penis joke. No, let's do that. Yeah.